start the top 8 side of things on this bracket here. Starting off with a bang, though. Figg coming out the gate swinging. Getting the side switch he needs to into a sector rocket setup. Yuvility on the receiving end of the Shao Blender. This is where the 50s get so tough. It jails 2 there, as a matter of fact, so it's even more pressure coming out for him. Off the bat, Figg comes swinging, not dropping one bit. Standing 2 press following through. Command grab landed. Goes straight at him. And this combo route is something that we've seen so often. It's a guessing game on Wake Up. Hits him with the meaty. Overheads trying to attempt to get him to move. Nothing just there yet. Grab kicks him out with 110 HP taken away from him. Big axe land forces the breaker. Up close and personal. Stomping on toes. A big fat axe to the butt. Couple presses. Staggers out for the grab. Kicks him out for the first round. Dub going in the hands of Figg. All these sets will be first to 3. Enjoy. Good combo route right here for Yuvility. Kicking him up. Not dropping for a second. Continuing on his momentum that he's been riding this whole time, and back with a little bit more disrespect. Gets a forward lunge directly at him. Putting Figg in the blender. Huge life lead. All the things going into place for him now. Look at the combos just stacking up so much as he goes and takes that second round. Not even taking a scathe. Has the download been complete, or did he just get lucky that second round? Checks him out full screen, and little standing press between them. Maybe there's some room to breathe here. Overhead almost landed, pokes between them. That was very much a Homelander round, an endless guessing game until all your health bar is gone. It's the story of my life playing this damn character. This damn character is what I meant to say. Spending that bar, though, not scared to rip it. As he goes down, takes 350 off. Low check, follows through again. Figg turtling up, no armor for you. That's a punish. Lands the meaty after basically resetting the damage at that point in time and landing with a brutality as well. Figg falls victim to the Milklander, and Yuvility will go up 1-0 on the set this far. Very, very fun. We're just getting started. Bullets to Gio, you still alive? I am very much alive and in the flesh. I guarantee I am not going nowhere here. Big presses right here. Follows through. The diabolical dash continues forward. These combos, he gets 3 overhead kicks in the air right there for 30%. Continuing on, landing that overhead. That's a fair conversion. This is really going to be painful for Yuvility. Not ending 1 second here. We have seen an endless barrage of damage as he puts 480 right on top of Figg's head. 180 health left for him. It's looking grim. Figg trying to find some room to breathe. It's going to be a tough one, but this is a good beginning. Forces the breaker out, taking no chances of those 50s. And he's still got full breaker ready to go. Little bit just out of reach, though. Ample spacing for Yuvility to take that round after that swift punish. Overhead landed. More staggers out into the presses. Low check again. Keep it on, keep it on. He is not stopping one bit. The low check again. Standing 2 following through. Again, he is not backing off. Yuvility continuing this damage so much with a disrespectful backhand, putting a hard knockdown on him. Following through with the blender. And he ain't stopping. Oh my goodness, Figg's back on the return. Even lead, try to get the overhead to land, nothing there. Yuvility with a big old boot. Puts 30% between him and that death. Which is what he'll need to go up 2-0 on this set. Figg ain't going down without a fight though. Still has that breaker ready to go. Lands the overhead, the first strike right there, taking a majority of his health away. Low check into him. Again, pressing. Finally finishing the job there, bringing it up to a final round on game number 2 here. And he is definitely just homelandering right now, not letting off the gas pedal for 1 second here. About half of his health is gone. That 1100 HP, which looks so menacing, is really just shredded down to pieces. And one more pop down. The overhead not going to land right there as he goes straight through it with the armor. Going up 2-0 on the set. Yuvility takes the lead. Even further. Round 1 kicking off. This third match here. Calls him out boldly with Sector cooking. Low check landed, pops him down. Full screen. As he goes, gets his first touch, ends up using that breaker. Just about even life between the two. As Yuvility gets the first exchange to get a significant combo going. On wake up. Enforcing the hell out of these overheads, really keeping you guessing. Good anti-air though from Figg though. With ample corner possession, he's really got him locked down. Overhead not gonna land. That's a punish for you after that up block. Standing 2 gonna do the job though. No breaker for you yet. Letting Sector Fatal Blow rip. We'll see if this will kill. It's looking grim right now. Xiao does do pretty damn good damage and not enough to kill at that moment in time. Another rocket coming through. Big meaty attack will do the job. As Figg seals that round for himself. Negates the set point. Still down 0-2 though. Needs to pull through to make it happen right here. Poke cancels out again. Look at the pressure back at him. Yuvility on the approach, gets him low. Not gonna get him with Ferris, so he continues and ends up landing it. The challenges just do not stop. Figg is not scared to go for a challenge either after that up block. Small lead in the hands of Yuvility. Stomping on toes, another little swipe of that knife and axe, I should say. That jumping not going to do it. He's spacing out very good. Ends up receiving a bit of a punish after that. These jump-ins are starting to hurt Figg a lot now. But that's one of Xiao's best moves is when you do that jump in that too. It's a great combo starter and it's an overhead check as well. So you kind of play the mind game of doing overhead, empty jump, that kind of thing. Speaking of Xiao, we see D Xiao in the chat. Big shout out to my boy. So let's fight after you're done. I'm down if you are, brother. Steady 2 press, stomps on the toes, takes out of the grab right there, tries swinging that axe back down, continuing the damage. Oh, he ain't stopping. Big command grab right there, but Figg's not done. As they trade in neutral, backpedaling a little bit, almost had the standing 2 right there. Just a bit out of reach. Armor's through it, but Farah is right there to aid the cause. It was set point, really setting the stage as well. Yuvility is on the brink of taking him out of this bracket in 3-0, but Figg ain't going down without a fight, giving him all the checks everywhere possible. The rocket to follow through, and just with another armor, able to seal the deal with a 3-0 sweep against Figg. That's a very well played. Thank you, Figg, for coming out here and competing today. Yuvility will advance on to the semifinals with a 3-0 sweep, concluding the first match. Next fight up for y'all now. Kid neutral gets a little standing 3 check and not fighting yet. Pir1x comes out the gate swinging a wake-up roll with Trevor to aid the cause. Standing 3 going to get a good little conversion right now for Kaizen. He brings us out for 377. Full cameo ready to go. Flexes Tremor a tad too. He's looking good with this piece. Not stopping that back 3 landing. Continuing on this momentum right now. The knife is sliding everywhere. And big hits are on the way. 50% between them. He looks for a grab instead. Tremor to follow through. Gets a back 3 to stuff him out and take the first round. Kaizen striking first on the boards. Pir1x as well, swinging that knife around all sorts of ways. Gets a good conversion right here as he puts 312 on his forehead, pops him down. And the low sweep finishing the job. Force of the breaker. Kaizen had enough. Looks between them. Staggers out these presses. Overhead almost landed. Back 3. Not going to land for Kaizen there. He's really trying to get his game going. hanging on for dear life. Pir1x gets an overhead conversion with Scorpion. Nothing much more there, though. He comes out the gate still swinging. Big life lead in his hand. Settles for a command grab. Scorpion finishing the job there. Getting 18% off that. Nicely done from Pir1x. Keeping game one very, very close. We'll see what ends up happening with this set here. Getting creative. Wondering what his approach will be. Doing a lot of cancels to bait some movement. Eventually falls just a bit short with Pir1x. Back at him. Got the knife out now, so you're going to see some cancel pressure right here. Goes out into a grab straight up. Gets him. 40% lead between these two. Zyger's out of back three. The 1-1 going to land, though. It's the only character I know the inputs for, so be ready for that. Ooh, it's a good little trap with Tremor. Got an overhead low immediately, but he blocks it well. Ooh. First strike with Pir1x landed. Gets rid of his alternate killer. Still laying the law down. Both right on top of each other right now. Swinging for the fences. Command grab landing. Knocking him up. Force at the breaker again. That's 20% between these two. For round number 3. And it gets closer and closer to finishing up. Pir1x with a full stick of butter ready to be used. Kaizen on the receiving end of cannibalism. And for this first match right here, Pir1x strikes first. 1-0 lead over the reptile.
Okay,
Pray for it. You're all good. Small little hiccup in the network here. Little standing 3 getting a conversion made after the cancel. Really good pressure right now for Kaizen. Off the bat, getting that low landed. This is gonna hurt. This team's in depth. Is this a 2-touch scenario right now? Almost is. He puts 478 on him. Overhead landing. Not committing to the cancel at all. Takes Pir1x flawless in that round 1. Standing 3 right there. Overhead check. Not going to land. Pir1x comes back at him. Gets gripped. He kicks him out again. That charge back to is just lethal when it hits. And really catching him guessing now. And with that cancel, gets additional pressure from Tremor down below, covering up if they did block. Force ball causing him to come swinging. Huge life lead in the hands of Kaizen, trying to take the second game swiftly. Dashes up, comes out the knife, swinging again, stabs every direction possible into the armor, kicking him off even further. And an armor to seal the deal. Nothing like a good old gator roll. And he's going for brutals too. Let it rip. Kaizen strikes on the board against Pir1x to make it 1-1. And I got to think Pir1x may consider going over to Baraka. This match, everybody in the chat watching from home, thank you very much. We appreciate y'all for coming in here, checking out some of these Mortal Kombat matches with us. Look at that low check into the overheads landing. He is a lab rat with Tremor. Coming out swinging again. Overhead landed. Lands a mid immediately after, finishing the job. Huge life lead for Kaizen. Doesn't take a scathe on that round. Really feeling the pressure right now. Pir1x on the approach. Back cameo not calling him out. On the other side, he's got the other killer, so that gives him a little bit more room for mix, but not going to have it yet. Kaizen puts his dukes up. 2 flawlesses right there. Overhead landed. Switch it over to the alternative killer. Eventually pushing the breaker. Doesn't give Kaizen much of a choice there. It would have been endless 50s at that point. Staggers out a couple of these presses. Not getting too greedy with these moves. Looking really good right now. Into the overhead landed. Low overhead setup right there is so lethal. Eventually using that mine. Create some separation. Back 3 almost lands for Kaizen. Defenses are up. But Pir1x is a step quicker. The 168 to spare, you'd like to think it's a 1-touch scenario. Wakes up with some buttons. He's got the alternative killer now. This is where it could get a little lethal, letting the fatal blow rip too. We'll see if this is enough to kill. Big hits right here. Cuts him out. Back cameo called out. 40 HP to spare for Kaizen. Not enough to stay alive. Pir1x clutches it out. Brings it out to a final round.
Final round. Fight.
Horse ball catching him. Kaizen getting a little bit off the pickup. Really covering that mid-range very well right now. Stopping Pir1x from getting in most of the time. Pokes into the cancels, still goes, and he's got the corner position he needs. Kaizen trying to open him up. Pir1x as well. Overhead landed from Kaizen again. 2 of them in a row, getting the back 3 involved. Now you're getting a guessing game going. Caught him again. In that very well could spell death, with everything falling in the hands of Kaizen. A 2-1 lead at this moment in time as he takes it over Pir1x. One more game for kicking off the next match for y'all. It is 2-1, the current score of the set. We'll see what happens moving forward here. Kaizen on a big pickup as well, gets 257 off that. More pressure had. Pir1x not landing his moves. Kaizen with the upper hand right now until now. Somewhere could get a little creative for Pir1x. Let's see if we can seal this one out. The other side, the alternative killer trying to get the reset right there. Not going to happen. Sweeps attempting to do everything he can to get him opened up. Big pressure right here. Another standing attacks between these two. Eventually landing something. Kaizen has Tremor ready to go, and the low overhead check is just crazy. Goes straight into him again with the belly flop, finishing the job. Huge life lead for Kaizen. We'll see if we can keep it. Flawless blocks. He ain't quitting. Back cameo called out. Standing 1 press, overhead landed. Back at him again, forces the breaker. Set point in the hands of Kaizen. Pir1x gets a little creative, throwing that knife every direction he can. And back dropping the shoulder one more time with 96 damage taken away. Another check, flawless blocked out. Back cameo called out again. Overheads are knocking him down as well. Every single direction you feel the pressure. Pir1x not letting off for a second here. You think he is done? Well, think again. He's going to bring this one out to a final round. Still set point in the favor of Kaizen. But Pir1x going to see if he can bring this out to a game 5 right now. This is going to hurt. This is really going to hurt. This is a setup as well. Yep, that is just lethal. That is ridiculous right there. Kaizen is on an ill tear right now. Up block while he's invisible from Pir1x makes the read of a century while he has the other killer. So these cancels are still going to be active right now. Not stopping for a minute here. On the other side, giving him a taste of his own medicine. He says he want to 2-touch me for 70. I got a little trick up my sleeve too, buddy. And the overheads are going to land going straight into fatal blow. This is robbery from Pir1x right now. Not sure how this is going to scale, but it's definitely going to be a tough one for Kaizen to get out of here. So we'll scale a little bit. Movado on the follow-up? Not yet, but he has the trap there and calls out the other killer. 60 HP for Kaizen. Coming down to the final moments of this game. Is it not gonna have a punish there? The can't follows it. Does he? What happened? It was so fast, but Pir1x ends up staying alive for a game 5 scenario. A crazy ender right there. Really leaves me. Game 5 scenario right here. We'll see who cooks up the dub right now. Kaizen back at him. Uses that charge back 3. Doesn't get nothing off of it. Pir1x back with his foot up on the gas. He needs to get that lead back on his hand. This is a good spot to do it. Sets him up nicely. And welcome to the casino. Burning so much time as that cameo meter charges back up. Gives him a good position. Cancels out for a second. Overhead landed from Kaizen. A little bit quicker on the draw. As he goes, big old presses right here. Breaker forced out for a second. Couple presses between them. Daggers out for the overhead. Pir1x catching him lacking. Extending his lead even further and pops him down for a set point in the favor of Pir1x to bring it up and come back for the victory to go on to the semifinals right here. It will come down to this round. At this moment, Kaizen getting his first opening though. Ooh, switches over to Aftershock for one hard knockdown. Gonna spend that full cameo meter, but back at him again. A little tip for Tremor if y'all don't know. If you sit on Aftershock, it does charge a lot faster. The other variations of Tremor do charge a bit slower, but Aftershock has a very quick recharge rate. Got himself going now. Got a big deficit to overcome, but 2 correct guesses, he could very well take this set. Yep. Got the sweep call out right there. Big life lead in the hands of Kaizen. The defenses are up. He's feeling the pressure. Doesn't know when he can make his move. Daggers out for a little mid-check. Gets him with the bag 3 to convert it. Put us on a final round for game number 5. Comes down to the wire. We'll see if Pir1x or Kaizen will come forward in this tournament. Very good set so far. Both holding back a little bit. Calling out Lovato in neutral. Standing through check. Not going to land either. Settles for a down 1, just thinking he's going to make a bold approach. Not going to be the move. Breaker coming out now. Life lead in the hands of Kaizen, still with that menacing 1100 HP with this team. Ooh, little anti-air called out with Falling Fangs. Pir1x on the bold approach, hits him from down below. Command grab going to hit it. Into Lovato. This is a setup right here. See what he does. Continuing on the damage, he is stacking up to the top. Overhead landed, stabbing more and more with the lead back in his hands. He goes and gets a little check there. It's an even between them. Leaving me speechless. Wonder who's going to make the move right here. Enforcing those overhead checks. Pir1x letting it rip anyways. Spends the meter. He's got full Lovato ready to go. Let's see what the game plan is here. Breaker forced out. 100-point lead in the hands of Pir1x. To go on to the semifinals with 10 seconds on the clock, it does come down to these final moments. Kaizen is running up boldly, trying to do everything he can to get him opened up. But the Italian Ghostface is just too much to handle. Pir1x making the comeback, taking the set in 3-2 fashion. Nicely done from Pir1x. Kaizen, thank you so much for coming out here today. We do greatly appreciate you, man. It's going to be a 440 meterless here. It is crazy to see what this character can do. That cameo called out. Comes out the gate swinging. Couple staggers in the presses. Ends up getting a grab anyways. Knocking him down out in neutral now. Big presses right here. Kicks him down. Gets a good conversion into Farah. Pops him in for a big old callback. And staggers out a couple of these presses now. What are you going to do? Big hits happening here. As he goes, knocks him down. 265 health left for Bendawshi. Lawless blocking himself, keep himself alive. Big presses right here. Ends up cutting right through. The armor is going and not stopping. Pokes between them. Calls out the spear check, and now with the big old chest bump taking that first round right there. Rinzler striking on the board first. Calls him out with a spear from afar. Low check again. Back 3 into Farah. Called out. Big hits right now for Benny. Overhead landed. Popping him back in each hit. Just doing big wallops and then follows through with another mid check. Rinzler on the approach. Knocks him down right there. He follows through with some big strides again. Low poke. Into Do a couple checks. Chest bump back at him again. Big strikes out for Rinzler right now. With 40% between them, cooking up a storm. Not letting off. Benny with the stagger. Techs out of it, Rinzler. Defenses are up. Staggered out the Scorpion piece. Techs out of it again. 30% between them. Lands the chest bump right there. That breaker is just right there. Does he spend the bag yet? And on this jump, and breaks his armor with Movado as well. Wake up armor on the hands of Bendawshi again. Going right through him. Final round kicking out for the cage mansion right here. Low check head. Big swinging arms coming out. Movado on the exchange, following through. He's got him again, ready to go at a moment's notice. Kicks him out for 330 on the jump and attack. More pressure for him. Benny trying to get a rebuttal of his own, but it comes back to a standstill, kicking him down for 110 damage. Backpedal a little bit. Coming at him again, almost. Gets him going. Breaker forced out. Checks out with the spear in neutral. The Viltrumite stance keeps him away from that son of a bitch and keeps it going into the corner with big wallops of damage on the jump and attack. Trap ready to go. Everything falling into place for Rinzler to take this, and he is not letting off one bit. Baiting the movement in whatever way he can. Flawless blocks it again. Big hits are coming. And eventually finishes the job. Rinzler strikes on the board first with amazing pressure right there. Brings it up 1-0 on this set. He can make a comeback with his adversity that he's facing right now. This does seem a good way to kick it off, though. Omni-Man with the 1-0 lead. Going out for the clap right there. The Omni-Man supremacy is following through, making Acria very, very happy. 2 days in a row of nothing but Omni-Man entertainment. Makes for a happy Acria. MK players will never accept the defeat, not on 100 years. I mean, really, if there was a better way, we could do it, but this is really the only way. It's these King of the Hill lobbies, so you gotta let it rock sometimes, man. It does seem like it's smoothing out a little bit. I don't want to jinx it at all or click on anything in my screen because it looks like it's a bit better. And Benny brings him down for 49 seconds on that first round. Taking it. First over Rinzler. In the corner, though. With his guard up. Down 2 in between them. Big strikes right here. Mid-check forces the breaker out. On the jump in. Ends up getting him. Big hits right here for Rinzler. Putting 440 on his head. Then some more flawless block landed. And staggering out a couple hits. Let's see what he does. Not dropping one bit, still with 950 HP. Didn't take a scathe yet. With excellent corner position and bar ready to go. He is taking on this final round with great strides. Rinzler. Bring it up to 1-1. See what happens now as these boys strike off. And this first hit right here falling in the hands of Rinzler, getting 320 off that touch. Big exchange here. Low checks him again, forcing the test of patience right now between them. Big hits landed between them. It's a close affair. A lot of folks, it's getting scrappy. Not letting off for 1 second here. Benny gets a standing 2, techs out of it. Enough is enough. Rinzler backpedal it a little bit here. See what happens. It's so close. They don't want to overcommit. The ping is terrible, but the spirits are very, very high right now. 60% between these two. Bendawshi trying to get something going. Baits a little bit of movement. Gets that back cameo call with Farah. Not getting his fatal blow off, though, at that moment in time. If you're not going to do it now, I'm curious to when he'll actually do it. And perhaps just trying to get him to spend that breaker might be the name of the game here. Stagger it out, these mid hits, and also the ping as they bring it to a potential standstill right now. Rinzler had enough. Lands it with another mid-check, converting it with a brutality as well. Rinzler going up 2-0 on the set over Bendawshi. Picking top tier. I'm picking top tier. And both of these guys going to squabble. Starting off the bat with some big swinging hands from Johnny Cage. It's going to be interesting to see what these guys cook up. Zero making his debut here against one of the GOATs. One of the 9-time champions, mind you. Overhead landed, disarted on a big tear. Breaker had. Almost has something there. Standing 2 press between them. Trying to get himself moving. Low checks into him. Moves forward. Pokes again. Finds room to punish. Disarted striking first here. Big damage being dealt. He's going to get a restand. He gets Farah on the bottom of it. Another big follow-up attack and not stopping for a second. Disarted finishes the job with 328 damage, more than enough to seal it.
You are not ready. Round 2. Fight.
Overhead landed. Big old nut punch to follow through on the jump and more mid checks, and Disarted mashes right through it, finds some space to get some damage going. Not letting off for a minute here. Pulls him back with the spear. Tremor is in there as well. Not landing the anti-air, so that'll be a jump-in attack for 0. Nothing to follow through. Breaker forced out. 50% between these two. Overhead for Disarted as he gets another pickup. Evening out the health lead significantly. Gonna let Fatal Blow rip, getting every ounce of damage possible. Planning to take this game right here, right now. Not sparing any time. Gotta be careful on wake up right here. That shadow kick is menacing. You know it's coming at a moment's notice. Dropping 492 on his forehead. Neutral carefully on the jump and attack. Another mid follow-up. Trevor again for additional pressure. Gives Johnny Cage a crazy life lead. Or life advantage. Oh, he goes for the meaty. That is juicy right there. Taking it to a final round. Disarted feeling the pressure right now, saying, who was this newcomer? Low check landed. Following through with some big strides again. Almost had him with the Pir1x. Tremor following through for additional pressure. You can't press on that. It's a lot of jailing strings I see with this character. Or this team, perhaps. I don't know how many people were running Tremor before the buffs, but it does seem like a good compliment to Johnny Cage as he keeps the pressure alive and well in the corner of these staggers, keeping Disarted on lock. Not having no room to press here until he gets a little too greedy, finds some space to let that armor rip. Grab not going to land, though. Big pressure back at him. Low check, tech's out of it. Enough is enough. Sweeps again. More pressure to you. Follows through. Overhead, trying to get it going. Goes out for another stagger. Kicks him down. For another big hit. As he goes, big command grab landed. On the other side, he goes up for a big strike. Anti-airs are had now. Tremor making his appearance with 20% left for Disarted. He clutches it out. Looks good while doing it. And this should be enough to kill. Not quite yet. He's right on the brink of it. You don't grab a dead man, but Disarted says otherwise. Goes up 1-0 on the set with a crazy clutch grab right there. Switch it over. This is why he's calling him out. He's calling his Homelander because he wants to see it. 0 on the approach. Nothing to him. Gets him with the mid check, follows through. He's cooking up some damage for himself now. Low landed. Everything falling into place for him as he gets a spear. Full on collision. Big strike. The backhand's a disrespect, move forward, and he gets his combo route going. And should Disarted make it through to the very end, say he has to fight Yuvility. This is 2 menacing Homelanders you have to go through. Disarted, feeling it, goes for the armor right through. Low check with Farah. How you doing? Breaker is spent. 30% between these two as it builds up. Disarted is on a different level right now. Although 0 finds room, though, he gets some good energy going. Kick himself further away from the corner. It's a guessing game on wake up. Farah not landing for him. The neutral jump is so clutch. A down 2 from hell. I thought my game crashed for a second there.
Round 2. Fight.
Alright, they're good. Had me scared there for a minute. Breaker coming out now. Really laying down the law with all these overheads. Disarted says enough is enough. I'm just going to uplock it. Kicks out 288 after the punish. Overhead landed again from 0. Right back at him for some big damage. More and more Homelander pressure. Not going to stop here. Meaty ends up converting it too. Into the corner. They do work so well if you time it. Big strikes right here for Zero. As he ain't letting off one bit. The backhand of disrespect keeps landing. And he is inevitable. He is the Milklander. Breaker coming out. 20% between them. Overhead landed. Disarted. Now in the corner in great position. Just waits. What was the fuzzy? Killing it right now. As he armors through every gap possible, finding his space. He has gotten so much better at taking on the Homelander matchup for sure. Oh my goodness, the levitate avoids it.
No one can stop me.
He's sitting with a huge life lead. Tough to think he'd give this up. From fire down below, rises to the very top. Disarted takes this second game right now, leading the set 2-0 in this top. Y'all can do that too if you want. Just saying, you can put whatever you want up there. Big hits. Brings him in for another strike. Takes him out to the other side. Overhead landed. Not too shabby. Staggers out a couple presses. Calls him back on for the pain. Disarted. Making the right reads right now. 71 health left to finish him off. Right now almost has an anti-air. Tech's out of the grab. It's a tough scenario you're in. And a back sweep ends up taking the legs from underneath him. Disarted on set point. Looking to take Zero out of the bracket. Steps right into him. Lets that cameo rip. Shadow kick from afar. One more time, smacking him down to the ground. 20% between these two on the jump and attack. Make it a good conversion when it matters. Janet on the extension. 340 HP taken away. Big strikes are landed. Breaker coming out again. 20% starting. And oh my god, the neutral duck is lethal. Avoiding these hits and staying alive with the very moment it's crunch time. You gotta pull through, have that clutch factor, and Zero is proving it right now. Not over yet. Down 0-2 against the 9-time champion. As he gets his rebuttal, the overhead lands and kicks him out for some more damage landed. Oh my god, he gets a little low sweep. I thought it would have comboed too. Grab definitely kicks him out the right side he wants to go. Shadow kick, how you doing? The grip attempting to even it out. Janet with a little bit of a throw combo here. On wake up. Dis defending. Oh my goodness. Big strikes between them. Janet there too. Oh, doesn't get the reset right there. It's going to be a dangerous situation. The grab kicks him for 278 health left. Disarted, ready to close it out. It's right there. 3 bars for each of them. Not stopping here. A down 2 from hell. And Breaker coming again. On the jump and attack and up block. Just goes straight for the down 2 brutality. And tell me when y'all have ever seen a frame perfect quit right there. Disarted on a 3-0 sweep. Takes the top 8. Concludes it. And we'll go back in the Wuxi Temple Academy. I'm not sure which one it is. Temple's the tournaments, yes. But going forward, it's some big strikes right here. Another backhand disrespect landed. Checks him out with the laser and all that. As he stays on his game. He ain't done. And look at this endless pressure until Pir1x finds a little bit of room to breathe here. Checks him out with the laser. The attacks don't stop, and he kicks him down. Takes the first round right there. Striking first is Yuvility.
Round 2. Fight.
It's the first strike right there. Breaker had between them. Little low check. He goes again. Overhead almost landed, but he armors through, and some big strides are taken here. Combos him in the air and continues to do his worst. 354 had at him. Backpedals a little bit again, using some armor, but maybe, just maybe, you might find your time to shine here. 184 left, it dwindles down every right read is had, and a brutality of disrespect coming from Yuvility right throughout that first round. The whole landed pressure on a tear. Back cameo to kick things off right, getting a little bit of bar, but spending it is Yuvility off the rip. It's a hard knockdown right there. Man grab landed, and it continues. Blocking it carefully, overhead from afar with all those projectiles, not landing it though. Pir1x finding some space, some room to breathe. Matter of fact, a little bit of mix happening as we speak, and he gets the other killer out. This is what he's looking for. This is where Baraka really becomes a threat, and he's basically free to take an exchange. If he can space out good enough, it's just an endless mixing ghost that keeps fighting you. Dashing towards him, trying to bait so we can just neutral duck it. Almost caught him right there with it. Defenses are up, armor's through. No breaker yet. Almost there, lets it rip. It's so close with the back cameo call out from Pir1x. Ends up taking it. Takes a round lead for this moment in time. He is killing it right now. Back cameo call out as well. Staggering out a couple of these hits. Maybe there's some room to breathe here. Not letting off for a minute. Back sweep. At Adam now with a good old jump and attack. Breaker coming at you now. The flawless block is there. Not stopping for a minute. The over beautiful laser puts him in the no man's land. Pir1x defending well, finds some space. Gets it overhead landed. The other killer's ready to go. The cancels are going to begin. The pressure is going to rise. And look at this pressure right now. And the reset on top of that, mind you. Switching over to the different variation again. For Ghostface adding another layer to his gameplay with 100 HP to take this game completely. The mix is just insane, leaving you wonder what is going to happen next. Pir1x striking on the boards, making it 1-1. Kicking off for y'all. And these two begin their next fight. And when they meet in the Temple of Cartaravala to take the true lead in the set, this is one of the most important matches we have here. Pir1x absolutely mixing like crazy, out of his shoes, mind you. More pressure for Yuvility. The combo routes are staying true. A small drop though, and Pir1x going straight in, not letting off, letting him breathe. You're gonna get mixed or else. On the other killer's ready. See if he can go for that reset. He needs to do something crazy here. Rip the fatal blow. Absolutely will. See what this does for damage. Ripping the knife out of him. 100 health just about each. Pir1x gets a command grab right there, leaving him turtling. Takes that round to go for the lead in the set. Squabbling with the 10-time champion, looking to become one of his own. Look at Yuvility. Back into the corner against Pir1x with the lead. Going straight in, swipes out the legs from underneath him. The defenses are up. Everything continuing. In his favor he goes. All the projectile game coming from him now. On the other side, another side switch, leaving you guessing what's gonna happen next. He's got the killer he needs, though. These cancels are insane. One good mix, you're gonna get him to spin that breaker. The overhead landed, you don't even know what you're getting hit by, because it's just another huge exchange of damage. Yuvility believing that he doesn't have to use that breaker. Well, believe it or not, man, you're gonna have to guess. And Pir1x is just on a crazy level right now, armoring through it, finds some space to finish the job, and he takes the true lead in the set. Pir1x going up 2-1 against the 10-time champion. Is he gonna? Back cameo call out head. With 85 on the clock. Yuvility is beginning
I am done
with a grab.
apologizing.
Snipes him out. Just about max range. Calling him out with the cameo as well to continue on the combo. The side switch, everything into place. 80% life lead right now for Yuvility.
Weak need cry, baby.
Round 2 kicking up.
Fight.
Big strikes here. Oh my goodness. So he gets another big stagger into these presses. Overhead almost landed. Back at him with another big old knee strike, and he is continuing on. And not stopping here. Look at Yuvility right now. He needs to get out of here, but Pir1x has something else in mind. He says it's a guessing game. You gotta figure out what the move is, man. How are you gonna take yourself out of this? Look at the overhead landed. Big hits right here. Overhead almost had till he gets another big old stab. Pops him in and finishes it out. 186, taking away more than enough to do it. Brings Pir1x on to set point against Yuvility. Couple big meaties. Back at him. Snipes him out with the forward 4. Able to get the conversion he needs to put him into the corner. Pir1x on the receiving end of the blender. Still has that breaker to spare. It's gonna hurt though. Give another guessing game. He forces it out. So with that trap ready to go, calls him out with the back cameo, leaves him guessing on wake up here. The move here is gonna be a tough one. And it just ends up falling in the hands of Yuvility. Brings it up to 2-2 on this set here. Very, very swiftly. A game 5 between these two fighters. Pir1x has been killer with the mix. Back at him for another big old strike. See what it can do. Swinging out that big old knife every single direction he can go. Swiping more and more, getting a 30% combo taken off from the health of Yuvi. It's a standstill, ends up getting the command grab right there though. Puts these guys in neck and neck. Pressures out, little low poke into the overhead again. Breaker coming out. Leads Pir1x in the corner. And it's a tough situation you gotta be in right here. The low check again smacks him out. Oh my goodness, message deleted. Big hits right now from Yuvility to go on to set point, to take it and to go on to the grand finals. Pir1x needs to find a way. On the jump in, look at this. Swiping the knife around. Holds off for a second, ends up getting the reset. Movado on the conversion too. It's a guessing game at this point. One right read, sweep not gonna land. Gets to the other killer, overheads and 4s. Tries to go again. Unblock not gonna do anything for you. So he's gonna feel the low completely there. Not able to get out of that damage. Moving further on and on. Low pokes again. Fair into it, drops on for the command grab, 90 HP diff. Trying everything he can and just too much to handle. Pir1x falls a bit short. Love having you in the tournament. Thank you very much for coming in and playing. Yuvility takes the set versus Disarted. This is some top tier action over on the EU side. You have a PNG of your logo anywhere. I think somewhere in my Discord you can find it. But I can just post it. Little low pokes between them. Big strides right here. Not stopping one bit. And continuing on for a moment. He is this too much for him. Damage continues. A little armor underneath. Keeps it close. Rinzler. Little press between them. Armor's right through. Disarted a step ahead of the game. Back at him with some big old haymakers. Not letting off for a second here. As he continues on doing big work right here. 414 on him. Big strikes. Not done yet as he kicks him out. 358 HP. Take it away. I'm liking what I'm seeing right now from Rinzler. Playing a heavy game grappling. Look at those juggles in the corner. That was cool. Defenses are up. Sweeps him out again. Final round for game number 1. These two titans going at it.
Final round. Fight.
Using them stars from afar. Thinking what is going to happen here. The low sweep attacking him. Little game coming to him again. Trevor following through. Not letting off for a second here. Waltzing on towards him. Can't stop, won't stop right now. He is just too much to handle. Rinzler going with the helicopter maneuver. Not working. Kind of resorting to some zoning gameplay right now from Rinzler. Until Disarted goes for a big old check underneath. Dropping these big old legs, command grab, extending it. Puts him out full screen, trying to zone him out. Again, good spacing for Rinzler, finishing the job with the brutal as well. Striking first on the boards over Disarted. Rinzler with this Reiko piece. Who said Reiko is... He's switching off, you know, going between extreme zoning and straight in, like with grappling. Not my damn voice. Excuse me.
One of these is dead.
Round 2. Fight.
Round 2 kicking off at you. And a big, crazy round right there from Rinzler. Left me absolutely speechless, mind you. As these two squabble off, he's starting off with a bit of zoning. Trying to get himself going. Did 60% with 3 command grabs, and before you know it, that's your health gone. Neutral duck. Nicely done from Rinzler. Making the right reads right now against this matchup. Coming out the gate swinging right now. Low poke into overhead. Ends up working out for him. Disarted has him locked down in the corner, though. Big life lead to sit on. Anti-air did not convert right there. Checks with the follow through. For additional pressure, remember that isn't unblockable. You always have that threat of the ground pound coming at you. All that chip damage and just nowhere to go but taken away at your health bar. Rinzler goes 2-0 on this set. This Reiko piece not working out too well with that Havoc piece. Reiko getting the upper hand up close a lot of the time with that command grab. Pops him up. Again, 412 taken away. On top of that, gets 440 off of that. That is so lethal. Says enough is enough. Gets a good little check from down below. Big strikes. Knocks him. Backpedaling with Fair. Gets him in right there with the takedown. 110 health taken away. Goes right into the stars. Pokes him again. Big fat knee landing at you. Tremor following through. Breaker coming at you. Stars interrupt him in the air. Checks him out again. Overhead landed. Look at this lethal movement right now from Rinzler on set point to take Disarted out in 3-0 fashion. He starts it off with a grab. Rinzler with 2 bars to spare. Disarted has a long way to go, as well as 2 more rounds to beat. Rinzler landing that air command grab is so crazy. You never know when it's going to come out. Little backhand of disrespect. 2 of them, mind you. Rinzler's on a different level right now with this Reiko piece. Breaker coming out. Spear check not gonna land. Will result in a punish and a brutal to go 3-0 into the grand finals to fight the 10-time champion. Rinzler takes it. Kick it off, switching over to Noob Saibot. These pockets are very deep from Rinzler right now. Starting it off strong though. Yuvility whipping the tail end of that string. Overhead landed, gets a good conversion there. Back with the trap, converts it. Breaker had. Little check out from afar, low poke at him. Again. He does his damnedest, knocks him down right there, kicking every direction possible. Not stopping for a minute at all. First round going out to Rinzler right now, and he is killing him. Oh, that's cool. Thank you, Vape. Gets a little goop set up right there. Low pokes into him. Overhead landed. Continued on to do lethal work to him now. Big strikes here. Not stopping for a minute. Big overhead coming out from Janet again. The extender is here this time around. Rinzler. Yuvility going with the straight up armor, avoiding that blocking game that he wants you to play with Noob Saibot. Eventually spacing out enough room to let the fatal blue rip too. Stabbing him in. Getting ready to take this one for sure. The lasers are there, 100 HP left. Wait a second there, the beautiful swipe of the arm is there. Kicks him out.
Final round. Fight.
For him to go. One step further. Breaker had now. Oh my goodness. No pokes between them. Flawless block is there too. A little neutral duck. Everything just falling into the hands of Rinzler. The defenses are up for Yuvility. Trying to get this life lead back in his hand. Settles for a grab instead. Kicks him out to the corner. Another grab as well. Oh my goodness. Almost had him there. Breaker forced out. Big grab there as well. Not stopping for a minute. Overhead gonna be landed. The backhand of disrespect coming out of 10% between these two fighters in the closing moments of this first match. Feels like an eternity. Big pickup right here for Rinzler to take this first game. This Noob Saibot piece is looking crazy right now. Ripping off his head and wearing it too. That is disturbing. Off round number 1 for game 2 of the grand finals. We'll see who ends up taking this one. Every day you gotta keep on going. That means you have to fight a Homelander and take it. That's what you gotta do. Yuvility getting the first strike here. 30% on that combo. Good corner pressure. Not stopping here either. Overhead, keeping him locked down. Combo routes are staying true. Puts him at 60 HP. In the closing moments. Rinzler. Right back at him. The backdash not going to land. Jumping right over him with a big old boot. Yuvility takes it that first round, falling into his hands.
Fight.
Staying alive in this set. One game at a time. Big combos right here. It's the clone charge ready to go. Big old goop popped up now. 200 health left. Janet on the extension keeps it going. Every bit of this matters so much. Doesn't take too much damage on that round. Rinzler brings it out to a final. Baiting him with these dive kicks, eventually catching him though. Yuvility picks it up in the corner now too. Great positioning. This pressures a lot. You wonder when he's going to go for that command grab. When he does that, he's going to catch you ducking, pop you up for a big combo whether you like it or not. Pokes between them. 20% left. Rinzler off the back throw, sets up again. Backpedaling, waiting for him to just overextend just a tad off that dive kick as well. Makes a good approach for the grab. As well, another shutdown. This dive kick is really doing work for him, baiting out movement when it matters. Just a little bit too slow, Homelander is in this case, to get in right on time. So it's gonna have to take that 50 as much as you can. And with one more strike, Rinzler ends up going 2-0. Riff taking it home no matter what. But the shadow beats the goat. Oh, the Milklander, that's a cow, I see. Little low check again. He ain't done. It's a big work now, baiting out these blocks. Janet on the extension. Look at him. Vaulted on down, taking 250 HP away. As he keeps going. Wait a second here. Kicking the game far and wide. Yuvility coming back a little bit. Is it his time to shine? Low pokes between them. Big overhead landed. We'll see what happens here. It's getting so close. Look at this pressure. Ain't stopping for a second. Set point in the favor of Rinzler to take the 29th Grand Brawl against the 10-time champion. It comes down to one more round to see if Rinzler can do it. Big presses right here. Every second matters so much more. On the other side, gets a big pickup. It continues to do work to him. Immediate attack follows through. Overhead landed. Leaves Yuvility out in no man's land in the corner. Loop's got an unreactable overhead that's really going to combo every time. Both these guys at full bar, opting for the grab instead. Gonna keep it that way. Oh my god. Oh, checks into the grab again. Gonna even it out a lot more. He gets a setup with the clone. And this is gonna leave it very close to the 100 HP. That overhead is there, and just a grab to finish it off with a brutality as well. Rinzler takes the 29th EU Grand Brawl in 3-0 fashion. The two-time for 2 consecutive tournaments.